I'm not going to tell you these bad what ifs. I'm a cheerleader, baby. I'm a leader for this country. Why aren't you more like the president that way? Instead of telling people it could be this, it could be that, yeah, you could be wrong. Just avoid it all. Don't fill their heads with these ugly potentials.
Look, this is not, there's a time and place for everything, right? And there's going to be a discussion about who did what when, who should have done what when, where were the whistleblowers, where was the people who were supposed to be blowing the bugle on this global pandemic, which, by the way, started in like November, December in China, right? And there'll be a discussion,
Maybe
why didn't
here,
anyone blow a bugle? Yeah, that's exactly right. And, you know, state and local governments, we're not in charge of global pandemics, right? That's not in our job description. Where were the World Health Organizations, et cetera? Where were the media? Where were all those great scientific minds being interviewed? So, anyway, they'll do that. Is the president is cheerleader? Look, I'm an advocate for my state. I'm a cheerleader for my state also. Maybe not a cheerleader, but I'm a promoter of my state. But in a situation like this, I think it's about the facts, right? Sometimes it's just about the facts and doing what you have to do for the facts. I don't think there's a positive spin or a negative spin on facts, and that's what we followed in this situation.
I don't disagree that following the facts is the right thing, especially the more serious the situation is. You got to trust the people to do the right thing with the information. I just don't see how it gives real optimism to give them hollow hope. Now, you know, I've seen you referred to a little bit recently as the love dove, and I'm wondering if that's bleeding into your demeanor at all, making you a little soft on the president, that you don't want to really criticize him because you need him, and now's not a time for fighting, but don't you have to balance that with calling him out if he's doing things that you don't think are great for the people of your state to be hearing and experiencing? Love gov?
I've always been a soft guy. I am the love gov. I'm a cool dude in loose mood. You know that. I just say, let it go. Just go with the flow, baby. You know, you can't control anything.
You've never said any of those things.
Water off a duck's back.
It's the first time you've said
me.
any of those.
Yeah, I think I. Really? Yeah. Wow.
Never said any of them.
Look, I've
known you my whole life.
All right. Well, that's your opinion. Yeah. Well, you should listen better. Listening works. Not always talking. What was the question? Oh, I remember the question.
Yourself on the
president. I am in a situation. Yeah. Well, that's your characterization, first of all, right? So you don't state it as a question, because you have a characterization in there that is a premise. I am working with the president cooperatively. It's very important that the federal government and state government work together during this time. I have to do my best job for the people of this state. You cannot say, look, I've been the governor in this country who's been the most critical of the president up until now. And by the way, there's no governor that he's been more critical of than me. So nobody's going to say I've gone too soft on the president. We're working together to help the state. That's what's important now. No politics, no personality, no ego, no ego. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's about we and getting through this, and that's my singular focus. There'll be a day and a time for everything, but this is not the time and place. Javish.
Yes, Gavisco. The Bernie Sanders is out. The word is that this increases the chances, with Senator Sanders out, that you may get it in the race for president. Is that true?
Is that the word? Well, then it must be true.
That's the word on the street.
Right.
Is that?
Oh, the word on the street?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear an answer. Was it responsive? You're not responsive.
I'm just saying, if that's the word, who am I to argue with the word, right?
So then the senator leaving the race has changed your thinking. Is that what you're saying, Governor?
Has the senators leaving the race changed my thinking? In what way?
Are you now giving different consideration to running for president?
No.
So you are still not thinking.
But why?
Well, it's definitely a good question.
Well, I am thinking. I'm a thinking being. I'm thinking about a lot of things.
I bet.
Yeah.
Are you not thinking about running for president because now there is more political momentum around the idea of you accepting a vice presidential bid from Joe Biden? Is that something that you're considering?
First of all, I'm glad to see you're feeling better. I can tell you're feeling better because your animation and Yeah,
Answer whenever you like.
Joe Biden is a personal friend of mine. I've worked with him. He's been a great friend to this state. I support him. I have for years, and he's going to be, I believe, an excellent Democratic candidate and a leader. Second, I have said repeatedly my plans. When I said I wanted to run for governor, I said to the people of my state, I will serve as your governor. People asked me, well, will you run for president? I said no. I'm not that guy, Chris. I'm not that politician who says, yeah, it's all about me and next step on the ladder.
Even if your party is jumping up and down,
I'm going to be true to my word.
And they call you and say, we need
they can jump up and down. Yeah, LoveGov says, no way. I gave my word, and my word is good. I'm not your typical guy. Don't laugh. You're going to pay, Chris. One day you're going to be better. And then we'll have a discussion. But in the meantime,
I just want to ask the question. So for right now, it's a no.
I'm not going to be vice president.
Or VP. Yeah. VP either. No VP, no P.
What does VP stand for? Very
Vice President, sir.
Principal? Oh,
Vice
no,
President.
not if that's what it stands for. Yes.
So
Right.
neither one. All right, good. Now, there's an important campaign you're pushing for people right now called Stay Home. And who are you staying